Hey y'all. So I've been sitting on this for about 24, almost, no, I've been sitting on this for about 30 something hours, right? And my question today is she racist? Now, there's been a controversy going around about people of other ethnicities that are in relationship and have children of any particular background. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna make this a black white thing, and this person is not black. I mean, she's not white and she's not black, but she's of another ethnic background, which I will not say. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna do this. Okay, I just want to put the situation on the table, just to see if I'm tripping. So I'm outside in the yard the other day and I'm planting my flowers, because it was like one of the last coolish days that there was going to be. Our weather been tripping and they probably should have been down. Don't worry about that. But it's been too cold for me and my back to be outside in the ground. So, anyway, we're not going to talk about that. Okay? But anyway, so my daughter has befriended another little girl on the block. They go to school together, blah, blah, blah. But her mother wanted to get to know me. We've been seeing each other in passing since I moved here. And it's always been like that's about all I give my neighbors. Even though I do got some neighbors next door, I fuck with them, but not very often. But I rock with them a little bit. But she decides she come down here and we talking, you know. And she got a strong accent, but I understand her clearly. And we kind of tripping out a little bit. I'm feeling her, she's feeling me. And she begins to pick weeds with me. And, she's not doing a whole lot, but she's helping while she talking. And I appreciated that. I was like, oh. So we get to talking, and she's talking about how she about to plant some vegetables in her yard, in her backyard. I said, wow, I was thinking about something like that. I would love for you to show me how to do that. Because I mess with flowers, but I really don't mess with vegetables. You know, long story short, let's get to the point. So she invites me over to hang out. I said, oh, okay, no problem. Sounds like a plan. My daughter is down here anyway. So I go down there. We hanging out, we kicking it, we having fun. But then I started to notice that she's saying a lot of little stuff like, yeah, that's what black people do. And she's referring to, we having little situations where we're referring to like little derogatory situations. I mean, it's nothing like really crazy like murders or anything, but just little shit. And she like, yeah, that's what black people do. Yeah, that's what black people do. And it was kind of easing past because I didn't want to make it about that. And then she has a strong accent. They don't talk very clearly. So even though I understand where she was coming from, because that is some shit that black people do, I was just kind of trying to see if this was like a regular thing or was it like right on the moment, you know. So I stopped back down there the next morning because it was time for church and my daughter had spent the night. So come on, let's go. Anywho, we sitting there talking. Her oldest daughter comes in, has a seat on the couch. We been talking for a few. And then she gets started again with the, that's what black people do. So I let a couple of them slide. And then I said, no. And then she said, yeah, maybe I'm doing that because I've been in the ghetto too long. But she has said that a couple times here and there the night before. So my spirit is starting to say, hey, like she's saying this a lot. Like this is a thing for her. You know what I'm saying? And I'm at the point right now that I don't just walk into situations and just allow myself to be in the midst of things and I don't like something that's going on. I talk about it real early. If you don't want to if you don't want to change or whatever, you're not interested, no problem. Let me remove myself. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I work these days because there are red flags and that's what those are. You know what I'm saying? In relationships, friendship, whatever. When somebody is doing something, it's only going to get worse, especially if you don't say nothing about it, right? So, because this is new and I really just don't feel like I don't want this to go off into another direction. Plus, you're offending me. And if you want to be my friend from this point on, you're going to have to slow down with that, right? So I confronted her about it, and I didn't say it in a nasty way. I said, look, I really like you. And her daughter was there. But I said, I really like you. But I find what you're saying a little offensive. Like you saying it often. It's almost like you are coming up with things to talk about just to say it. It's not like it's something that's right on time or, like it's starting to become a little weird the more that I watch. Well, I didn't say it just like that either, but I'm telling y'all. So her daughter jumped in saying, Mom, I want you to understand, that everybody don't take it like that. We your daughters, we understand what you mean, but everybody ain't gonna take it like that. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, well, she began to talk rattle on about, like if it was like this, another particular race had done it, and people hide behind the fact that they have children and they date or marry black men, that they have the right to say degrading things at any time. And it's okay to disrespect another person or make them feel bad or offend them because you have a sibling that happens to be black, or you have a granddaughter that's black or Asian or Mexican or whatever the situation is. And once her daughter got through expressing it, she started to talk about how people was fake and phony, and it was so hard to be friends with people because. And I'm sitting here like, so now you mad at me because you are offending me? And I've kind of dealt with that before, but it was never in this situation where it was like, I have a black whatever, so dot dot dot, I can't be racist. I've never dealt with it in that form. It was always like, I am who I am and you are who you are, and whatever racist situation uh, arose between us. But it was never in this situation. I've heard about these types of situations before, and I understood them. But to go through it makes you look at it like really differently. And I've done a video about, I was watching the Colin Kaepernick story, and I was, you know, just wowed by the fact that his mother was just kind of so racist in her own little way. And even though, like, I understood then, and I was just, like I said, I was wowed by it. But I had never personally experienced it in a setting such as this before. And I was just to see her, doing it to her children, first of all, but just to be so comfortable in it. And she really felt like she should have had a pass for disrespecting me. And then, you know what? I was talking to my friend about it, right? And they told me that I was starting shit because I spoke up about something that I didn't like. And they were serious about it, I believe. I believe they were serious about it. Which makes me think, like, am I really just starting shit? Or is everybody so desensitized to being disrespected? Like, even on small, minute levels. And, we used to work together. And there's a lot of racism that goes on within that company, like a profound amount. And maybe it's because they're still there and dealing with it on a daily basis, having to have, being in a situation where you have to bite your tongue constantly. Or maybe you just don't even hear it anymore. I don't know. But I want to know, like, am I wrong? Am I tripping? With any other race take that? Like, it's like if I brought up, I'm sitting in a room with an Indian, and I just start bringing up situations that Indians do. And I'm like, yeah, that's that shit that Indians do. Like that I just felt like, I don't know, like, it's one thing to say, man, yeah, that's that bullshit black people be on. Like, once or twice, I even say it. Or that's that bullshit that whoever, like, whatever. But to rearrange the puzzle pieces to make sure that you have that to be your punchline, I feel like now you're doing it on purpose. So, if anybody, let me know if I'm right or I'm dead ass wrong. I'll take it. I'll take it. Just let me know.